What's up, guys? It's your King of the Night, Vincent Valentine EX Turk. I don't have very much stamina for this video. Again, you gotta apologize. I gotta apologize right now. I just went to the gym and did a full 2 hours. Yes, I did a full 2 hours at the gym, so. And I'm not playing no Final Fantasy music this time. I'm actually playing music from Tekken 7 because, well, I like this music right here. So, if you could subscribe to Namco Music Center if you like Tekken music, that's your channel for that. But anyways, let's go to Final Fantasy in this one. This will be another segment of Final Fantasy 15. This is going to be talking about the DLC, upcoming DLCs, as well as the tragedy of Ardyn, Lucis, Cealum. Now, we all know Ardyn's past. Ardyn used to be a healer of worlds and was loved by the people until he got infected by the Star Scourge. But even before that, he had a little bit of bitter jealousy and a rivalry between his older brother, Izunia, Lucis, Cealum. And before the Star Scourge, Ardyn killed his brother in cold blood because his brother became the Ascended King and not him. So, now what does this mean when I say that's the case? The case being that that's what happened. But I think before he got infected by the Star Scourge, that's the first thing he did that was evil. Now, after that, he was still a healer of worlds. Healed the Star Scourge from people. And this is way before he met Ifrit, because Ifrit turned him into the walking Star Scourge. Like, the Star Scourge was there, but it wasn't as powerful as it was in 15. Because there was no medium for it, and Ifrit needed a medium. So, after Ardyn started being cast out by the people, because he started getting infected by the demons that he took out of the people, hence why he also hates Lunafreya. And another reason why he kills Lunafreya. Now he kills Lunafreya not only to spite Noctis. That's only one thing. That's only one reason. The other reason why he hated Lunafreya because Lunafreya has his job now, and Ardyn thought he was the best healer. Remember, Ardyn's a narcissist. He thinks that he's a superhero. He thinks he's the true king of light, and because of that, it makes him dangerous. You know, he's a dangerous type of narcissist. He's like if you take Kuja from Final Fantasy IX and Seymour from Final Fantasy X, that's pretty much what Ardyn is. Except he's an immortal, narcissistic demon king, pretty much. So, before the tragedy before that, the first tragedy would be the death of Eos. It affected Ifrit, the summon that he gets trained by, the astral he gets trained by down the line in the future, and him, because Eos' sons had two sons that were human, Izunia and Ardyn. And that's the reason why Ardyn took the last name of his brother, because he hated his brother so much he wanted to remember everything his brother put him through, at least supposedly put him through. When really his brother Izunia was chosen, and he wasn't. That was just the facts. You can't irrifate the facts. Ardyn just didn't have the qualifications. I mean, he had too much jealousy, you know? It'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like some Eugene guy trying to hit up some female, and the female can sense that he has a weak man qualities, like he gets jealous easy and all that other stuff. She ain't gonna want it. Well, it's the same thing with the gods. When gods will never bless you with their power if they feel that there's something wrong with you. Because they can see into your heart. They can see what you're doing. And Ardyn has always hated his brother Izunia. The rivalry got so bad, it made Ardyn take his brother's life. Of course, this would have to be after the tragedy, after the people started renouncing Ardyn, because Ardyn became more and more part of the Star Scourge. At this point, but let's recap. The first tragedy that happened to Ardyn is the death of his mother by the Astrals, which Ifrit told him everything about that, and that's why he worked under Ifrit and trained under Ifrit in the first place. You know, so get that out of the way. Second thing, his brother Azunia Lucius Cealum got to be the extended king, and not him, which caused him to murder his brother because the rivalry between those two are that strong. Number 3, the people renounced him because he started becoming more of the Star Scourge. So with that, with that in play, that's the 3rd. Number 4, time. Now, Final Fantasy Peasant has brought this up in his videos, so I'm going to bring it up in mine, but he is dead on right, because look at Caius in Final Fantasy 13-2. You know, time makes people worse. You know, have you heard that whole expression that too much time on your hands? Well, 3,000 years is way too much time. I mean, not only that, all the people he knew when he was growing up are probably all dead now, so the only people he actually knows were people he weren't really close to. Like, you know, the only people he pretty much interact with during the time he was, you know, Ardyn Azunia, which was, I call the current Ardyn, or villain Ardyn, you know, or Star Scourge Ardyn, whatever you want to call him. You know, the only people that Ardyn knew during the time of Final Fantasy XV's timeline were Emperor Idolus Eldercrap, you know, and pretty much all the Niflheim Empire higher-ups, and Ravus Nox Fleury. In fact, Ravus Nox Fleury was his student until Ravus denounced the Niflheim Empire at the end. But after Idolus taught Ravus everything he knew, you know, and this is why I bring this up, because this is important, because we're going to be talking about the current relationships he had with all the people in this time period, you know, so he really didn't get close to anybody at all. I mean, Noctis he kind of would be close to, because that's his, you know, great grandson, but he knew he has to kill Noctis in order to get what he wanted, so, you know, he couldn't have that much of a relationship, but he did, you know, hence why he stopped Ravus from trying to kill Noctis in the beginning. But nonetheless, get back to Ravus being under Ardyn's jurisdiction. After Ravus became the High Commander of the Niflheim Empire after Glauca's death, Idolus assigned Ravus to train under Ardyn, but also to spy on Ardyn, because Idolus couldn't trust Ardyn. So, you know, Ardyn knew that Ravus was a spy. Hence why in the end he turned himself into Noctis just to fuck him up mentally while killing him. And to make sure Ravus felt betrayal, that's why he, you know, that's why he disguised himself as Noctis. But that's why he did that in the end, because Ardyn knew that Ravus was a spy from Idolus, because Ardyn knew that Idolus never trusted him all the way. Like, there's some part of Idolus that's like, if you look at King's Slave where you see Idolus frowning when he's right next to Ardyn, he knows that Ardyn's going to take the power from him later on. In fact, if you go to my Idolus versus Ardyn video, it will actually explain that in detail. But Ravus was a spy, and that's why Ardyn did that, you know, killed Ravus the way he did in the Chapter 13 update. But, you know, so he wasn't really close to anybody in this world. He didn't have no meaningful relationships. I'd say Noctis would be the only kind of meaningful relationships he would have, because that's his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandsons. So many great-grandsons, you know, because Ardyn's a Lucius Cealum as well. So, but his dad must have been an Ormbright, but that's another story, another time. But like I said, let's recap. The tragedy of Ardyn, the death of Eos. You know, People rejected him for having a little bit of the Star Scourge. You know, his brother got to ascend and he didn't. So he murdered his brother. So, fourth, 3,000 years of this misery he's lived in for 3,000 years. Twisted him inside out. So even if without the Star Scourge, he would have been a twisted human being. That's why you see at the end where he's playing with the dead bodies in the throne room. Because Ardyn's completely twisted. He's not even human mentally or emotionally. So even without the Star Scourge, Ardyn's nothing but pure evil. And that's it. You know, so that's what, 3,000 years of this. That's why he asked Noctis in the end, are you going to banish the demons and erase it from history once more? And Noctis like, no, this time you can rest permanently. Because even though Noctis doesn't really like Ardyn, he understands that, Ardyn's pretty much miserable. He's a miserable man. Ardyn is pretty much the embodiment of misery. And 3,000 years of living like that, imagine all the people you love are gone. You don't have no relationships with the people that you're currently with. And, you still are really vengeful against the people who set you on this path, the Lucis Cealums. And then getting the truth from Ifrit that your mom was killed by the good guys would make you hate the good guys. Because Ifrit was the one who gave the truth to Ardyn. And in all of that, another part of the tragedy that would make Ardyn go this way, it'd be also Ifrit's training. Because remember, Ifrit in this game is evil. Ifrit is pretty much an equivalent to Palpatine when it comes to Palpatine from Star Wars when it comes to training. He's pretty harsh, mean. I think that's why Ifrit gave Ardyn pretty much the immortality. So another part of the tragedy too is he's immortal thanks to Ifrit, because Ifrit wanted him as part of the plan. But Ifrit trained him so hard that he kept trying to. He pretty much just kept killing him over and over and over again. Of course, he was immortal, so he comes back alive. So Ifrit's harsh training also pushes Ardyn's mental stability, even though he's no longer human. He still has his human heart and human mind. That's why in the beginning he was all nice to get what he wanted. So another thing that also caused Ardyn to, and this is what it will be explained in the DLC. This is why I think it's important. I think there could be so many ways that this could change the story. Like, it could make it possible, what if Ardyn was a good guy all the time and all the other people were the bad guys all this time? Who knows? This DLC could go through so many loops and turns. It could turn the story we all know into something else completely. So tell me what you think in the comments below, guys, about the Tragedy Ardyn DLC, fan prediction and stuff like that. May the crystal be with you. Don't forget also I have a Patreon too. If you actually at least donate $3, at least $3, you get free prints when I print them out. Once I start making prints, you can get them for free. If you sub to my Patreon.